The Pacific Southwest movement exists to create a culture where leaders in local churches can fulfill the Great Commission in the spirit of the Great Commandment. We believe the best way to do this is through the multiplication of disciples, leaders in churches. How do we multiply churches? Well, one way is we have to get over the misconcept that only larger churches can start other churches. In the September-October 2019 Outreach magazine, they listed the 100 top reproducing churches. Of those 100 reproducing churches, 28% of them were churches that had a Sunday morning attendance of 500 or less. Of those 28%, 38% were churches that averaged 200 or less on Sunday morning, with one of those churches averaging 80. I share that with you because I want you to recognize that regardless of the size of your church, you can help start new churches. I want to give you 5 things anyone can do to help start a new church. Regardless of the size of your church, regardless of the location of your church, regardless of the age of your church, these 5 things any church can do to help start new churches. The first one is this: go public. Simply begin to declare to your leadership team and to your congregation that you believe in church planting. Secondly, you need to generate prayer. Begin to pray for church plants. Begin to pray for church planters. Keep them on your radar because what you pray for is usually where your heart gravitates toward. Thirdly, generously provide. You may have opportunities to take up offerings just for certain church plants or for church planting in general. I can't tell you the number of times in the PSW movement office we've received a check of $100, $50, $600 from some of our churches that simply say, put this toward helping start new churches. That is generously providing for church planting. The fourth one is to grant permission. That you want to give people permission to be able to be a part of a new church. Sometimes you just simply saying to your folks, hey, have you ever considered to be a part of a church planting endeavor, will begin to percolate in their mind the opportunity to go and to start something. When someone goes to start a new church, they are not leaving your church, but they are going on mission. And the fifth thing that you can do is simply give promotion. Talk about church planting. Highlight church planting. Begin to let people know that church planting is an effective means of evangelism. So, whatever the case is, again, regardless of your size, regardless of your location, regardless of how long your church has been in existence, you can do one of those 5 things to start new churches. A resource for this is actually one that I wrote called 5 Things Anyone Can Do to Help Start a New Church. So my question for you is, what will you begin to do to help start new churches?